Welcome back to Looks with Ariel. Hello, my Looky Loos. How are you guys doing today? I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded a new video, so I wanted to make sure this was a really fun and interactive one. So I've only seen this done maybe once on YouTube, at least that I've seen. So I just wanted to go ahead and give it a try myself here and see what I can come up with on my own. So today we're going to be letting a deck of cards choose my eye look, and I'm not doing makeup look just because all my products that I use for my face are basically the same, so I don't really feel the need to choose a foundation if I only have one foundation, so it doesn't make much sense. So anyway, I have written out numbers to correspond with the cards. So we have the 2 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, 2 of hearts, and 2 of spades, all the way down to ace. And so I'm going to be using 2 palettes that are from the same brand, so won't be any inconsistencies with formula. They should all pretty much work really well together. So of course I'm going to be using the James Charles palette, which has 39 shades, and then I'm going to be using the Artist Pass palette. It's Morphe's collaboration with Saweetie from the summer collection here. Let's see, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12, 16, 20 shades. So, I've noticed that there are probably 2 shades in each of these palettes that are fairly similar, and that is hashtag FOTD and Max Volume in the Artist Pass palette, and those 2 shades are very similar to the face shade here in the James Charles palette, as well as shade Skip in the James Charles palette. So I'm going to be just mixing those as one number. So if I choose a number that corresponds with that shade number, I'm just going to either use one or the other. And I'm going to do this as though this is number 1 all the way to number 39, and then I'm going to pick up the next number here. So this will be 40. We're going to skip this one. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. And I'm not using these just because they're harder, especially this one is a harder shade to work with, and they're great colors and great payoff, but they're just very tacky, and so I don't want to have glitter all over my face when I take my makeup off at the end of the day. So I think that's how we're gonna make this look go today. It's gonna be very intriguing to see what ends up at the end of this video. So I'm going to do my face off of camera. I'm going to shuffle the cards, because they're all currently ordered from 2 through ace, by suit. Is that correct? Suit, face value, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I will go ahead and pick a number, or pick a card when I come back. Alright guys, welcome back. So you can see I did my face, I got everything all put together, I have my cards all shuffled up here, so there's no rigging this game here. So I'm going to hold the deck of cards up in camera view so that you can see where I am choosing these from. I'm just going to pull them right off the top of the deck here. So, oh girl, this is going to be crazy. Alright, so our first card is the Jack of Spades. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down what number and color we're going to be using so that I can have a clear visual in my head of what we're going to be doing. So the Jack of Spades is shade number 49, and 49, if we remember, let's go backwards here. So this would be 52, 51, 50, 49. Oh boy. So that one is shade Green Room from the Saweetie Palette with Morphe. So that is our first shade, and I'm probably only going to choose about 5 shades just to give it a nice even number, and that'll give me enough to kind of play with if I have to figure something out here. So I think that's a good number. 5 is probably going to be where I'm going to stay. So, oh god, our next card is The Four of Clubs. Okay, so let's check out what the Four of Clubs is. So, if I go down my list, Four of Clubs is shade number 16. Okay, so that's going to be from the James Charles palette. And so, we're going to count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 is going to be directly below that, and that is going to be the shade Benny, which is kind of like a dark brown black almost. So far we have a lime green and a dark brown. So that's shade number 2. Shade number 3, oh gosh, here we go. It is the Queen of Spades. Oh goodness, okay. So the Queen of Spades is going to be shade number 50. Oh god, alright. And so if we go back into that Saweetie palette, again, 52, 51, 50. That is the shade Under the Sun. So we have a lime green, a lime yellow, and a dark brown. So far, not horrible. Kind of like an earthy kind of vibe, if that's what we're thinking so far, which is definitely what I'm thinking so far. Okay, so that's shade number 3. Let's go in with shade number 4. Shade number 4, 7 of Diamonds. Okay, 7 of Diamonds. I'm not even thinking about this right now. Let's go down. 7 of Diamonds is shade number 6, and I'm not looking what this is. Okay, shade number 6. Again, we're gonna count. I'm just gonna take this off. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. Okay, so that is the shade Halloween. So far, I'm getting a very fall vibe from these cards. Maybe the cards know that it's fall, and so that's why I'm being dealt the hand that I'm being dealt. Alright, so that's card number 4. So there's our last card that we're going for. Let's hope it's a good one. Maybe like a nice black or silver or gold. Let's pray. Here we go. The 6 of Diamonds. I don't think I shuffled these cards that great. I mean, I shuffled them like 3 or 4. Okay, so, don't know if you guys heard that, but my management company of my apartment building decided that the exact moment that I'm filming a video to run the leaf blower. So, I ended up choosing the 6 of Diamonds here, and that shade is corresponded to the lovely red shade in the James Charles palette entitled Rusted, which is, this is exactly how I feel. So we have, just to recap here, we have a lovely lime green, a beautiful dark brown, a glorious neon yellow, the ever fabulous glittery red, which is like more like a burgundy, and then we have a bright ass red. So we're kind of gonna have like a shimmery Jamaican flags meets fall kind of vibe going on here. So I'm going to take a moment, gather my thoughts here and how I want to proceed, and then I'll come back and we'll just go ahead and jump right into this. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I feel like I have a game plan of where I want to take this look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and like pray that it works out, because I feel like it's not going to, but that's kind of the fun of this whole, you know, randomization selection of these shades. So I guess without further ado, I guess let's just get started. So I'm going to take that shade Benny, the dark brown shade, on the Morphe E27 brush. I'm just going to dip into that a little bit, get some of that coloring off of the brush, and I'm going to put that in the crease area, like the outer crease area of my eyelids here. And I'm just going to kind of blend that out as best as I can, because obviously I like the brown. I mean, I like all these shades. Like, they're all great. I don't know that I'd put them all together in a normal situation. But I kind of don't want that, like, dark brown effect if I really don't, if I can avoid it. So I'm just going to blend that out as best as I can, just because I don't want it to be like super duper dark. So I kind of brought that color in just to like the middle of my eye a little bit. Again, just to like blend it out and just kind of drag out that shade as best as I could. I don't think it looks too bad so far. I think it'll probably go really well with what I had in my head here. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. This is definitely a unique thing. I would have never thought that I would do something like this before, but there's a first time for everything. There's a new time for everything, and I think I've said this before in another video. You know, this is the perfect time to like try new things like on camera, because, you know, you just never know how it's going to turn out, and you never know what you're going to like, or if you discover something new that you're doing that you would have never done before. So I think it's going to be a fun experience. I hope that you guys stick it out and enjoy this with me. Okay, so let me just blend the left eye out a little bit more, just because it's still a little dark for my liking, but we'll get there. Okay, so I feel like that's blended pretty well. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the inner corner, and I'm going to start out with that yellow color. Okay, so let's see. We're using Under the Sun. I'm really going to have to probably develop this color because it is a neon color. So, I don't know how well it will turn out with just the initial little brush strokes here, but I'm going to dip in with the M506 brush. So we're going to start in the middle of the inner corner of the eye and just blend that color into the brown that I carried over into the middle of my eye. This might not be the best brush for that, but I don't want this to be like super duper bright. Or at least not yet. I kind of want to build up on that brightness just because, like I said, I'm not really sure where I want to take this look. And if you hear like a little like insect outside, it is an insect. It's the cicadas. I believe this was the year for the cicadas to come back to, I don't know if it's like the country or the Midwest. I'm not sure exactly where they're at. But this, I believe, was the year that like they came out in like full force. So I've been hearing them all summer long. It's been fantastic. And I have lots of trees outside my apartment, so plenty of places for those things to go. So far it's not looking too horrible. I don't know. Again, I don't know how this is going to end up. Hopefully it ends up okay looking and I won't look like a miserable fool, but if you've watched my previous videos, you may have decided that I already look like a miserable fool. So, that's okay too. I'm totally alright with that. Okay, so, I mean, it's not as electric as, you know, it is in the pan here. And again, that's kind of how I wanted to start off, at least, just because I'm not sure where this is going. Alright, so now I'm going to utilize that E22 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Green Room, and I'm going to try to blend that in between the yellow and the brown. So it's kind of like a smoky eye. Not really. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like I said, we'll figure it out. So I mean, that actually blended pretty good into those two colors. So I'm not like upset with it so far. I think it looks pretty good. Probably gonna have to maybe go back in with that color Benny one more time just to blend it a little bit better together, especially on this eye here, because the green kind of covered it a little bit, but, which I mean, that's what I would want it to do, but I just want it to blend, especially like on the right eye, it's blending a lot better than it is on the left, which if you've watched my other videos, again, you know that I have issues with my left eye for some crazy reason, so, you know, stuff happens, I guess. Okay. So, this is kind of like the Jamaica vibe that I had mentioned earlier. I don't think this actually looks that horrible. I think it looks okay. So now we have to add in the color Rusted, the color Halloween. I apologize for the noise outside. Apparently this is the day to work on stuff outside of my apartment. So I apologize for filming during a work day, I guess. Okay, so again, we've so far used 3 colors. We've used Benny, we've used Under the Sun, that yellow shade, and we've used Green Room, the green shade. So the final 2 colors that we have to use are Halloween, that burgundy shimmery color, and Rusted. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a Morphe brush. This one isn't labeled or anything. It's the little packing brush. I'm going to dip into that shade Rusted, and I'm gonna just go on the outer, I was gonna go on the outer edge of my eye here. Guys, what is happening outside? I don't get it. Insane. That's all I have to say is insane. Kind of build up that color a little bit more. And I mean, I've done a red under eye on my channel before, and I liked how it looked, but that was with a whole like red eye. So this is gonna be definitely different. And I looked up like red and green flags, so I wasn't 100% sure if Jamaican flags was red, yellow, and green, which I didn't think that it was, but that was just what I said. And so the Jamaican flag is yellow and green, but with red, it is Ethiopian flag, which is pretty cool. So kind of like an Ethiopia vibe going on here. I don't hate this look so far, right? Like, I mean, definitely in like a regular world, these colors would not go together. But for this little challenge I've lined up for myself, this is probably one of the better things I could have hoped for, because these are like base colors, right? Like Reggie Biv, red, R, G, green, and Y is yellow. So I mean, this is like probably the most basic, like fundamental color look I could have hoped for. In a perfect world, I would have liked to like had colors that all went together, but I mean, this is not a perfect world. Obviously, we're living in 2020, so anything is possible at this stage. So we're just going to continue to smoke. This is even smoking out my eye, but we're going to continue smoking out that eye, under eye there. And just kind of blend that in to the brown that we have on our crease. I'm just trying to carry that color up into the brown as best as I can here. Okay, so as you can see, I have that red underneath my eye there. I think it looks pretty decent. So now we are going to take the Sephora smudge brush, and we're going to dip into that shade Halloween in the James Charles palette, and I wanted to pack that in the inner corner. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because typically, you know, we see like shimmer shades go in the inner corner. So I just kind of wanted to like continue that vibe. So I'm going to pack that in to the inner corner. And I mean, like I said, guys, this look is actually not horrible. I think it's actually kind of fun. It's kind of a unique vibe that we have going here. like I said, I wouldn't normally put these colors together, so this is definitely a first for me. But overall, I think it's not that horrible of a look. So, you can see I kind of have like a little bit of a shadow going on from the door in my living room here. But you see the shimmer is on the inner corner here, and that red color is right there. And then we have Benny right here, we have Green Room right here, and we have Under the Sun on my inner eye. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just build up those colors off camera. I'm going to put on eyeliner and mascara, a little bit of highlighter, and I know we didn't like pick the colors with the cards here, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and use face as a highlighter just here and underneath my eyebrow, just because I do like to add that little sparkle above my eyelid and underneath my eyebrow on the brow bone there, just to kind of like make the eye color or the eyeshadow pop. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back. You can see I did like a very minimal eyeliner with the Stila eyeliner in the shade Black. I don't know what it's called. Let's see if it has a shade name. I don't think it does. I think it's just regular old. Oh, it's Intense Black. That's the shade name. So I did regular old Stila eyeliner, simple Avon mascara, which actually makes my eyelashes pretty long. I'm actually pretty happy. And you can see them right there. And I don't normally have regular old long eyelashes. I did the face color on my eye there, a little bit on the brow bone, and for lip I just did the shade Rebounded with the that's shade Rebounded from Morphe, with an outline from Morphe as well in the shade Scarlet. So it kind of like a nice nude with a hint of red, just to like complement the red underneath my eye here, or like the reddish brown underneath my eye, and a nice nude just to like make it simple and, you know, again, complement the rest of my face here. So overall, I think this is actually a pretty successful challenge. Like I said, I'd never really seen this before on YouTube. I've only maybe seen it like once before. So yeah, I think overall this is actually a really fun and cool little challenge that we did here on my channel today. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if that's even available. I don't even know. And if you don't watch this video, then that's okay too. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, whenever you're watching this, whatever situation you happen to be in at this present moment. I just hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and it brings you joy. Alright, well, I will see you guys in the next video. Maybe it'll be this weekend. I'm not really too sure how my week is going to be looking here. But we'll figure all that out as we go. Alright guys, I hope that you guys have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one.